it's Jordan, and I have a vlog for you today about intervals. We're gonna look at just three today, three of the easier ones. And the reason why I'm doing an interval video is because if you can identify intervals, you can read music easier. And that's what we want. So let's see. What is an interval? An interval is the difference in pitch between two notes. So basically, you have one note here, one note here. What's the difference between those two? That's an interval. And our first one, and the most basic, is a unison, which is when you have two notes that are the same. Pretty easy. So we have a C and we have a C. One wrinkle in this is that you can also have an octave, which is basically a unison, but up an octave. So you could have, like, I'll demonstrate on the piano. A C here. I'll show you this. And then another C would just be a unison, a 1. Or we could have, which would be an 8, which is the same as a 1, but also distinct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. So that's a unison. Let's take a look at a second. Let me make sure that's on there good. A second is just when you have one note and then you go up 1. So from C to D is a second. From E to F would be a second. And this is where we get into different varieties. So you could have a major second or a minor second, but you can usually tell by the key that you're in what type it is. So we won't mess with that too much today, but let's look at it on the piano. From C to D gives us our second. Now if we had C to D sharp, that could also be a second, or D flat. And then finally, we have our third. That's going to be from C to E in this case. And these are really easy to identify if you know what to look for, because here we have one line and then on the next line is our third. So if we were to have a note here and a note here on this line, that would also be a third. A third from E to G in that case. And then if we had a line or a note on this line, a note on that line, it'd be a third. If we had a note on this space and this space, it would be a third, F and A in that case. And just like seconds, you can have major thirds and minor thirds, but again, for another day. Okay, let's look at that on the piano. C to E. A, B, C, D, E gives us our third. And that's what chords are built on. So we take this third, which is a major third, and this third from E to G, which in this case is minor, and we combine those, we have a chord. Yep. So that's my little spiel on intervals, and we'll take a look at some more maybe next week.